Hi, I'm Yapped, and this is Yoked.
I'd like to see your mouth do something else, though.
This mouth does his dog shit.
This is Yapped, and that's Yoked. I'm Yapped. You're Yoked. You're Yapped. She's a Yap. I'm a Yoked.
You had two parents that loved you growing up.
I tricked her into marrying me.
I'm mic'd up, so anything stupid I say goes on the internet. I need attention or I'll die.
The codependent fuck. Then you gotta clap.
We gotta clap. You have the clap?
No, never have. Thank God.
Thank God.
Terrible.
Yeah. Itchy.
Anyway.
Bad way to ruin your Saturday. I don't know what day of the week it is.
I mean, yeah, I'd say you're probably more likely to catch it on a Thursday.
Thirsty Thursday.
Yeah, you're getting some sloppy.
Yeah.
Out in the bars on a Thursday. Friday, Saturday, you might like.
You don't know much about that.
I really don't.
All of your sloppy happened after the age of 25 when you met me.
Ain't that a fucking fact? Anyway,
Really
welcome.
bad
We are back
influence.
for another episode of Yapped and Yoked. And here we are.
We're here. Connor's about to leave me and I'm going to be a widow.
What the fuck? I'm not dying. I'm going to Houston. Okay, I'm going to Houston. I guess that's probably similar in some regards, depending on who you ask. I was told, though, that today's going to be miserably hot and that there's enough...
Babe, it's miserably hot here.
And that there's enough moisture there that the swamps are overflowing, apparently. So
I
to bring
say
my
that
high
as I'm
waters.
wearing like a literal coat because homegirl stays cold 365.
What's a thyroid? But anyway, on today's episode, we are going after talk being cheap.
Talk is cheap.
Talk is fucking cheap. And in our industry, we watch it happen left and fucking right.
Yeah, I'd be curious to talk to people in other industries and see how often
The barrier to entry to other industries, though, at this level is much higher than other levels. Because, like, any other 30-year-old playing any other sport at this given point in their life, it's a rec league. It's a men's league. It's the YMCA league. Basketball,
or they're
whatever.
really fucking good.
Or they're actual athletes.
Yeah.
Like, they're not... The vast majority of people at this point in time in their life are not doing anything to a true competitive extent. And with bodybuilding, the barrier to entry is, do you have a credit card? So
True.
That's where, in my opinion, there is a much larger population of individuals who are going to sit back and talk and talk and talk and not have any action follow through.
Yeah.
Now, I just thought of something. Let's take a spin on this. This actually might not apply to you because
Oh, boy.
I know you too
curious.
fucking well. Before we dig into other people or other things or topics on the or other facts on the topic, what's a place in your life where you know you can reflect on and say, you know, I talked and my actions didn't follow through? Because I know I can relate to that.
I would say probably some aspects of content because I know I have like a lot that I want to do. And not to say any one thing keeps me stuck, but there's not always enough hours in the day, enough time to get creative, enough bandwidth. And then definitely one place where I have some imposter syndrome because I feel like for me, what I struggle with on social media is I didn't build it slowly over time with like a cult-like following that like watched me grow up. Mm-hmm. I went from 3,000 followers to 25,000 followers in like 10 days from one viral video. And honestly, people think like that's so glorious, but it's absolutely not. It's like the worst way to grow a following because these people don't care who I am, have no loyalty to me, haven't been along for the ride. And within that, I've certainly gotten some amazing, amazing followers, but there's a lot, like I'm personally removing followers every day.
Well, I was just going to talk about that actually, because I think that's the perfect segue though, where you can look and reflect and say, yeah, you and I can support you on this. It's interesting that you brought this up because I didn't even think about this topic for you. Because this is probably the only area I can think of in your life where you've vocalized to me with a real passion to want to actually grow your social media following and build a brand for yourself and work with specific brands you want to work with. And yes, there's been inaction that's followed a lot of that for the reasons you spoke on. But the one thing you have 100% taken action on is when you noticed your 25,000 followers were like, what was it, like 80% men, 20% women, something drastic like that. And for the past year, you have been diligent on changing that ratio to the point now where it's almost at 50-50. And now you're pushing and continuing to be diligent about working that ratio to be majorly female.
Yeah.
So there, you've at least stayed committed in what you're going to say you're going to do to some extent.
I think it's hard because I know I have so much I want to do, but there's just some things that keep me stuck, like body image and health. And like, I give influencers and full-time creators a lot of credit because I don't always just want to record everything I'm doing.
Yeah.
And there's some days where I'm like literally overwhelmed with ideas and I'm like, God, I have 12 things I want to post today. And I'm like, cool, do I just put it in the drafts or do I post it while I want to post it? And I struggle with that. But then there's like stints of time where I'm like, I have nothing to say. And it's not something we'll ever see, in my opinion, super normalized on the content creation side because those girls and guys fucking hustle. Like they post 3 to 5 times a day, sometimes more.
I mean,
I appreciate the fuck out of them. And I have creators that I like actually go to their page to watch their content. And I would love to be that for somebody else. And I recognize that in order to do that, it's got to be more talking because that builds community. It needs to be like a lot of things. And that's why I'm pushing more into YouTube because I feel like my audience there actually wants to be there. Whereas I feel like on my Instagram, it's very hit or miss.
You're also a little bit more comfortable in the long form in terms of what you're able to then edit and show and create like the image you want for yourself in a longer form context versus the more short form content creator side of things where it's like it has to be hustle, fast paced. You have an idea, you fucking pick up your phone. And
I feel like YouTube followers want to be there for the long.
Yes.
Whereas if you post something more than like 8 seconds on Instagram, people are like, oh, fast forward, scroll, and skip. Like it's just, and the stuff I want to share is more like that's going to be more accepted on YouTube for that reason.
Yep, agreed entirely. And to your point as well, like I give those content creators and full-time influencers a lot of credit. Now, do I agree with a lot of the shit that they do? No. There's definitely a lot of I do this just for the fucking followers, or the paycheck on the other side of the screen. However, I've been trying to lean into that more because it's been greatly beneficial towards coaching and building my personal brand as a bodybuilder. And like even to the point where like, I'm fucking annoyed with myself, where I'm like, shit, I had an idea, cool, squirrel brain. I need to go grab my phone immediately to act on the idea. Yeah. Because from everything I've learned through TikTok in just April, May, June, so not even 3 months. So 2.5 months, I've almost grown my account 1,000 followers. But all I have done is just pick up my phone and talk, pick up my phone and talk. So the point now where I'm like, shit, I'm pissing myself off. I know I'm annoying my wife because I'm trying to do this so damn frequently. Yeah. But we can't argue that it fucking works.
No, it works. And that's why I just shut my mouth.
And that's the shittiest part of it all because it fucking works. Yeah. And like as much as I personally am sick to my stomach about it, it takes a lot of mental fortitude too.
For sure.
Like I'm waking up now thinking to myself, shit, I have to post something because I'd have to get it moving. Yeah. But then I have anxiety from like 5 a.m. till 9 a.m. because I'm like, wait, just give yourself some time just to wake up and be a normal human. You can post at 9 a.m. It's going to be okay. And then at 9 a.m., my heart rate kind of comes down a little bit. And I'm like, okay, I can go say some stupid shit on TikTok. Yeah. But these content creators post, what's the guy, Chris, whatever his name is? Okay, take your highest posting day you've ever done and then triple it and then do that for the next 30 days. I'm like, bro, I'm never going to put my phone down. Yeah. That's at minimum 15 to 20
But there's days where I have that many ideas. And then there's days where I'm like, I would die if I had to post right now. Like, I just don't want to be on camera. I don't want to talk. I have nothing positive to say. I have nothing negative to say. I'm just like getting shit done. And sometimes that's probably bodybuilding related as well. Like, not every content creator is like knee deep in a deficit and doing cardio and like that dry with bandwidth, but
we can bring this back around now because God, we love a good tangent. But yeah, no, I completely agree with you on that. But again, like I said, you're taking smaller steps of action within your talk. Yeah. For me, fucking hell, I hate to say this, but there's so many moments in my life I can reflect on and say, I said I was going to do something, and I either didn't or I failed at it. And now the failures I learned from, we had a great episode on that. Being bad at something is my superpower. Trust me, I've been bad at a lot of things. However, like, there has been a lot of moments in my past where I said I was going to take action on something and I didn't. And now, if I reflect as well, there's moments in time where maybe like in the month of October, I said, hey, I'm going to do this. And then that didn't follow through. But then 6 months later, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to get it done and do it, and did it anyway. So I can sit back and say there has been things such as that have happened in my life in my past. But I can confidently say I'm happy with where I landed currently, even despite the fact that I can reflect on my past and say there were moments of talk that turned into no action at all, or turned into disappointment as well.
I think too, social media makes it really easy to be like, I want to do this. Like, I can't tell you how many things I see. I mean, how many things do you think we see in a day just from social media alone? Like, they used to say between like magazines and TV, you saw like so many ads in a day. I'd be curious to see what it is now, because it's probably an insane and disgusting amount. And even if it's not direct, right? Like last night I saw a video from a Crumble employee. That's essentially Crumble marketing without Crumble's face on it. Then you see like this person talking about a makeup product. It's not the brand, but it's
a person talking about it, yeah.
And it's like we see, God, I don't even want to try and put a number on it, but probably thousands of like brands and ideas and things per day. And so obviously it's really, really, really easy more than ever to have shiny object syndrome. And like, I attribute a lot of things that I have interest in now from social media. But I think on the other hand, like for that reason, there's probably a lot more things that I've expressed interest in doing that I've not like potentially fallen through on, but it's because it's like so short, and then like the idea comes and goes. It's not like because something I've
2 weeks
even
later
begun executing.
2 weeks later, you're seeing a new idea that your brain says, oh, I want to do that.
Sure. So
So let's turn that shiny object syndrome comment into a more relatable topic here of bodybuilding.
Yeah. Is it relatable?
I mean, yeah.
In our industry.
Seeing as how you and I coach individuals who...
It's just a joke.
Oh, no, I know. But still, like, it's very honest. It's an honest joke because
broader than bodybuilding, I think fitness. I think that in general... To me, it's weird. We've talked about this, that like not every adult has some version of fitness, health, and wellness in their daily. But of that, obviously, we deal more specifically with bodybuilders on a regular basis. And the whole point of this conversation was because how many people we see say, I want to do this. I have this goal. I want abs. I want to put on 5 pounds of muscle. I want to lose 100 pounds. I want whatever. And then 3, 6, 9 months down the road, they've taken zero action. Or we get clients who pay in full and never send a single check-in.
Oh my God, yes.
And it's just so interesting to me that something that should be so normalized, and I'm not saying like you need to bodybuild, I'm not saying anything, but like you'd be surprised as the general population listening to this or the non-coaches, how many people we have to like absolutely drag along to just get steps. Absolutely have to like hold accountable to drink their water. And keep in mind, these individuals are paying a high ticket price to do those things and be held accountable. And obviously that's partially why they're here, is they need that accountability. But nothing changes if nothing changes.
100%.
And so if you come to your coach, and I've said this so many times, people with health issues, bodybuilders, if you want to quit, I'm not going to hold a gun to your head and be like, you owe us a contract. That's not our way of doing business. But say we get an individual, I can think of one specifically in the past 60 days, who came to us and had an autoimmune, severe health issues, gut dysbiosis, and wanted to quit because it got hard and they weren't hitting their steps. And they weren't like, every week adherence was low. And for them, that was like the Monday scaries, right? Like, and I'm like, I'd be really freaking bad at my job if I said, you know what, you're right, it's hard. See you later. Because
that's not what you're here for.
That's not what you're here for. And also, like, shame on any coach that would let that person out without at least having a conversation and seeing if there was any justification. Because we have such normalized, okay, yeah, we can get steps, we can get water. Like, I started with a new coach recently, and he was like, how's the plan? I'm like, at the end of the day, at this point in my career, a plan's a plan. Like,
Yeah, a plan's just food. It's just gonna be slightly different types and slightly different amounts. It's just the foods I eat. Yep.
But at the end of the day, like, I recognize that that's what my life has been for almost a decade. And so sometimes we have to zoom out and be like, okay, we can't expect a new client to hit steps, water, supplements, nutrition, all these things, lifts in a week's time. And so I was like, what if we lower the expectation, and instead of hitting 70% of your adherence every week, you hit 100, but there's less expectations. And suddenly it's like their world spins out from under them and they're like, oh, that's an option. But it's our job as coaches to do that. But the thing is, half of these people are like, oh, I want this goal. And they don't even get to that point because they want the shiny thing, whether that be the abs or, and it's a lot of times what I find the life that comes with the thing. Like, it's not necessarily the abs. It's who that person is with abs. It's who they attract with abs. It's them on a boat in the summer with abs around all their friends and everyone's picking at them going, wow, you look so good. It's not just the abs. And with health, I think it's a little bit different because obviously you want to be healthy, but I think sometimes it's a little less tangible at the beginning.
Yes.
Then, like, how many times did Will say to me, like, I hate this part of coaching because nothing's changing? And you've said that too when you're in a health protocol. It's like the worst place to be.
I have 5 clients right now I can name where we sat there for 4 to 6 months. Like, and we're like, hey,
no changes.
I hate this check-in just as much as you do, but we really just have to continue hustling forward. But here's the thing. Those individuals who stick through those tougher months are the ones who are still committed and get the result in the long run. Now, to your comment earlier with individuals who literally have paid in full for an extended duration of coaching and never did anything with it. Like, 19-year-old kid back in 2024, he paid for 6 months in full. He checked in twice in that total of 6 months. I checked in every week with him. I'm like, yo, where are we at? Where are we at? I did that for probably 2 or 3 months until he gave up, I gave up. However, like, you paid for this. You couldn't even do dude, all I was asking for you to do is eat food that I communicated on with you to make sure it was doable for you, and then lift, and then check in. But the bare minimum, you couldn't even do. And then similarly, even on the other side of that spectrum, a 54-year-old male that I worked with and paid a high ticket, a quarterly subscription price because he was a lot of work, came to check-ins. Did you adhere? Were all meals consumed 100% on plan? Was there anything off plan consumed? Yeah, I think so. Like, that's the effort you come to the table with when you're paying a good sum of money to see a result that you desire. You say you want this. That's your words coming to me saying, hey, coach, I want this to happen. And then your best effort is, yeah, I think so. And it's just, and that's the problem where we have this weird perception of fitness and goal orientation and bodybuilding where those two individuals did jack shit with their money. Now I have somebody I'm working with for her health, the longevity of her life, where I'm holding very strictly accountable and holding very close to the hip to make sure she stays on her shit because it matters greatly that her health improves. And all I'm looking for from her is just steps right now and effort. And I'm getting that. And just in a short window of time, we're not shedding 50 pounds in 10 days by just getting steps. But right now, she's at least committing to herself to build a lifelong habit that's going to be healthy for her. And the first step amongst a long ladder of steps she's going to have to take to see the results at the end of the day we need to get to. And at this point in time, it's a need. It's not a desire. It's a need. For sure, And that's hard. That is really hard for anybody, especially somebody in that situation. But if she can do it and work the baby steps, and eventually 6 months down the road, we'll be 30 pounds down and we'll be getting steps like it's nobody's business because it's now a lifelong easy habit to continue with. That is much more commendable, profound, all the positive adjectives you can toss at it than the person who's like, I want abs, but then does nothing to actually make it happen. Or I want to step on stage. And then 6 weeks into prep, puts on 30 pounds because they couldn't actually control themselves. You have all of that talk and no action behind it. And then You have the reality of real life of somebody actually taking action and putting in effort for their health, their life, their longevity.
Yeah.
Like, it's the type of person, it's the mentality that comes around it that I love, that I want to attract more than anything, and that I'm super grateful for right now as well. I'm like a little shameless plug for myself, that the people I've been attracting to work with more and more as of late have all been coming with the thought process of, no, I wanted to work with you because you were real, because you sounded genuine. You want to actually work with people and see people get results. You weren't trying to sell me. You weren't trying to be cryptic. You weren't saying anything offhand that didn't really like make sense to me. Like, you're just being genuine and real.
Yeah. I hate to say this as like a deeply rooted salesperson, because when we're talking sales, it's like we're not selling the nutrition, we're not selling the workouts, we're not selling, we're just selling the outcome in most situations. And I would say that's something we do very different, because when I get on calls with people, I'm like, I'm going to be honest. You've had a coach before. Nothing I'm about to say is going to blow your mind. I'm not going to give you this weird formula that has like a shiny bow on it. We're giving you nutrition, workouts, support, the app. Like, the shit you're going to get is just the shit you're going to get. But on the other side of that, you get people that genuinely care and have a lot of freaking knowledge. And that's going to be the difference here. It's not going to be the body by whatever fit formula that like I'm trying to sell you on this thing, because in like sales methodology, think about like keto and the craze a couple years ago. It's like everyone wanted to do keto just because it was like a new flashy diet.
I think that might have been a decade ago now.
That's disgusting.
I know.
And I think you're right. But
I am right.
It's at the end of the day, it was just a deficit, right? But like because it was new,
wrapped in a new package,
we were obsessed with it. And like that's what they want you to do in the sales world. And I respect and understand that. And I totally understand how that applies in certain businesses and what have you, but we're not selling some magic here. No. It's just, we're going to make sure that what is on that paper is attainable to you. Is it going to be easy just because I call it attainable? Probably not. Yeah. But the clients that communicate and go back and forth with us, and I tell every single person I talk to on a discovery call, the clients that get the best results here are the ones we talk to most frequently. Yeah. If you need support and you want to be that client that gets results, you're not going to sit there for 6 days and say, I'll figure it out on my own. You're going to send me a message and we're going to figure it out together. I'll tell you what, the clients I hear from throughout the week make leaps and bounds more progress than the clients I hear from on check-in day.
Dude, I'm watching that happen right now. Like, I have, about a dozen new clients over the past month, probably 6 or 8 of them from TikTok. You TikTok folks have been incredible, by the way. The 6 or 8 I have from TikTok, constantly getting training videos from them, constantly getting questions that pertain to their success. Yeah. You know what I'm super happy to answer every single day? Those clients' messages. Yeah. It might not be their check-in day. It might be a day where it's like, shit, I'm super freaking busy and I have a bunch of other shit to get to, other clients to get to. No, but I want to answer them. Yeah. Because they care. I care. And then I have veterans I've been with for 5+ years where I'm like, yo, can I get a fucking training video? Because, hey, this 19-year-old kid's about to look better than you in 6 months, and you've been trying this for 3 years. Yeah. And it's coming back to effort.
There's certainly a caveat to that. Like, at our level, I'm not talking to my coach every single day because I asked those questions 6 years ago. I know the answers. There's clients certainly that exist that, like, truly just talk to their coach on check-in day and are very, very successful.
Very fine with that, yeah.
But for the majority of the clients that I'm talking about right now, it's like, yeah, you lost 2 pounds this week, but that 2 pounds, and I'm not saying you need to lose more than 2 pounds, could have been better. You could have been better off. You could have had more answers had you just messaged me. And like, I'm thinking about a couple of clients in particular that like, I genuinely, like, I don't even get a training video. Yeah. Like, I don't hear
I have clients where I can say, I don't know what's going on. Literally, in some of their check-in notes, I literally write IDK because I literally don't know what's going on the back end of that, and I don't get answers. Yeah. But I think all in all, we should button this up with something on the positive side.
I think that what we're seeing a lot of is just a lot of glam around fitness and bodybuilding on social media. We have influencers that make it look really fun, and it is, and really easy. It's not.
No.
And yes, it's something everyone should do. Everyone should have as an aspect of their life, whether that be
in some form. Any form.
Walking, Pilates, Legree,
Pickleball.
boxing, MMA, pickleball.
Luge. I'm just naming weird shit now.
I don't know what that is. But it doesn't need to be that you go do a bodybuilding prep. But the problem with bodybuilding is we see like the highlight
shots,
reel and the stage shots and the pretty, the tan's not pretty, but like the pretty makeup and the pretty suit.
Fuck that. I liked my tan last time.
And we're like, wow, that looks so fucking cool. And then you don't realize that there's a 20-week dieting phase that sucked, a 30-week growing phase that sucked because you're eating to the point where you hate yourself.
I'm eating 5,200 calories a day right now.
And starving.
And actually hungry. So, yeah. Let's wrap this up because I'm hungry.
Yeah. So, all of that to say, you should want things that are out of your comfort zone. You should want things that scare you, because if you don't want things that scare you just a little bit.
And you should take action on those desires.
What I'm getting to, bro.
Do it, bro.
Like, well, now I don't have the train of thought. I don't know why you had to cut me off.
I'm sorry. I was just adding on to it because I thought that was a good addition. So, okay, you should want things that are better for you. You should want things that are healthy for you that fit into your life there.
Yeah.
What was the third point?
That's it. It's just, but like, talk is cheap. So what are you going to do to bridge the gap between you wanting these things and you attaining them? And I think for a lot of people, it comes down to like, well, how serious is this want? Mm-hmm. Is it something that I actually intend to do? I'm telling you right now, if you go swipe your credit card with a coach, you should intend to do it. And at least see that duration through. Maybe you realize halfway through, like, I don't want to get on stage, but this is an opportunity for me to build something really cool with the money I've spent.
And then to that same point, which I love what you said there, that gap between desire and fruition, you should be able to educate yourself enough about what it is you desire.
For sure.
And what that gap looks like. Because if you can take your desire and educate yourself on what it's going to take to bring it to fruition, fall in love and embrace what's happening in that gap.
Yeah.
Because this is what's more important than going from just want and desire.
Yeah, I think
there's no gap when it comes to going to the store and swiping your credit card for a new pair of jeans. So you have nothing to learn from or improve with in that swiping the credit card.
I think a lot of the people that slide under the radar and don't actually get to the end result are the people that like see it one time for 5 minutes, 5 days, and they're like, I'm in. And they don't like, how many competitors have you gone and you're like, what do you watch on YouTube? Yeah. And they're like, I'm like, who is Mr. O in your division? You don't know? You don't know who the best in the world is at the goal that you're currently chasing? That's crazy to me. Go learn something about it. Mm-hmm. And then you can tell me for sure, yeah, I want that. Yep. Because I'll tell you what, as a brand new competitor, podcasts were not cool yet. Like, people thought podcasts were like radio. Like, it was not sought after. And there was like one bodybuilding bikini podcast in the world, and I listened to every episode in like 3 weeks. I was obsessed. I cared about every single person. I was like literally a fangirl. But like, you don't get that anymore.
No.
That's that.
That's that.
I'm mad about it. No, I'm kidding. Well
then.
Do you think people should like and subscribe?
Like, comment, subscribe, and take action on what you say you're going to do. And watch how your life changes. And then also watch how your brain rewires as well. Because that dopamine you hit from taking action and checking off that box and achieving a goal, that's life-changing. Yapped and yoked. We're out.
Yapped.
I'm yoked. We out.